Hey there, Leo. Welcome to part 2 for mid-March 2022. This is part 1 right here. And if you haven't watched part 1 yet, it is linked up in the pinned comment down below. So make sure to watch part 1. But let's see here. In the first row with this happy card, you have this not for you card. I kind of feel like this is why you are happy. It's like you realize what is for you and what isn't for you. It's like you understand where to invest your energy, which we kind of saw with the Six of Pentacles at the end of your first reading. We were talking about this with that Six of Pentacles. So I think that can lead to happiness when we realize where to put our energy, plain and simple. With the Six of Pentacles, here you go. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, she understands what to focus on and she understands what not to focus on. Normally, she's focusing on the pentacle that she's holding, and there's normally a little rabbit down here. And the rabbit can represent abundance and success, and fleetness, things moving quickly. But rabbits also represent anxiety. They're like nervous little creatures. So she's not focusing on her anxiety. She's focusing on her pentacle. She's focusing on what she does have, right? And so I feel like you're changing your focus. With the Seven of Wands, you have the High Priestess. Very intuitive time. Right now, this could be a Pisces that you're dealing with, but High Priestess has come up for almost everyone. I think almost everyone has had the High Priestess and the Hangman, like a lot of Piscean energy, but we have Jupiter in Pisces, we have Neptune in Pisces, we have a lot of big energy in Pisces. So I think it's just talking about the Pisces energy that we're dealing with in general. Very dreamy time. I think we need to dream big. I think we should pay attention to our big dreams and then kind of make them smaller. So keep the main goal, vision, but break it down to a small part. So if you're thinking about trying to do something big, that's great. Maintain the vision, but also, think about the small steps that you can take. Pisces is notorious for dreaming big, like having these big crazy dreams and then getting too excited and then feeling like it's not going to work and then they don't do it, right? I'm a Pisces, I know. So what I would say here is have the big vision. Think about the steps that you need to take to get there and then start taking those steps. It's like, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? So it's about needing to look at those little bites that you have to take. With the Six of Swords, you have the Emperor here. It's like you're removing control. There is a major focus on this. I mean, a couple years ago now, we had Saturn in Capricorn. That was like the beginning of the breakdown of control, from governments and things like that. And now we have Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto's getting to the end of Capricorn. Doesn't matter because, again, we're just going to see the breakdown of governments. That does not mean, that we're not going to have governments. It just means that things that aren't efficient are going to be going away. They're going to be a thing of the past. And, again, this is not a political statement. I'm not political. As I always say, I think we should round them all up and put them all in jail, as far as I'm concerned, every single last one of them. But, what I would say here is that I feel for the most part, this is about you looking for more freedom. Uranus and Taurus. We have Uranus and Taurus right now, which kind of makes us look for ways to be free, makes us look for to remove any type of restriction. That's the thing, is that for some people, having government take care of them is freedom. So it's like there is no judgment here. Whatever you want is what you should be moving towards. I don't care, right? I think people should live lives however they see fit, and it doesn't matter to me as long as you're not hurting someone else, right? So what I would say here is that freedom means something different to everybody, and I feel like you're kind of like focusing on that. With the Juno card, you have Vesta. This card says Hearth again. I mean, this card is literally about what matters to you. And I think that's one big takeaway here, Leo, is that when you focus on what matters to you the most, I feel like you're just going to attract everything that you want. 10 of Cups. With the 10 of Cups here, you have the Seven of Wands. Again, you have the Seven of Wands twice. Again, Seven of Wands, card of conviction. It's a card of like your beliefs, so like what you believe to be true. And it doesn't really matter what anyone else believes, just like I said. I feel like the more you believe things, the better, really. I mean, that's what this card is all about. It's all about, believing something so deeply that there is no other way other than to be successful. So I feel like I think I just said this to someone else as well. It might have been you. I can't remember, but it's about not having a plan B. It's like when you have a plan A, if you have a plan B, it's like plan B distracts from plan A. So I feel like you just having a plan A and only focusing on plan A will make you successful. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Love it. Definitely seeing results. I feel like this feels really good. This right here, it feels like you're finally getting to a place where maybe you're able to relax a little bit more. Maybe you're not so worried about where money is coming from. Maybe you're not so worried where energy in general is coming from. Nine of Pentacles, she has more than enough for herself. She typically has 6 pentacles on one side, 3 pentacles on the other. It's kind of like she has 6 pentacles for herself. She has 3 pentacles to give to whatever she wants to give to, or to purchase whatever she wants to purchase. It's an amazing card of abundance. So your abundance is clearly increasing here. With the Hermit, Strength card, I'm telling you right now, I literally said this in the first reading. I've said it in the past like 3 million readings that I've done for you, Leo, that you are kind of like a teacher at this time, but I feel like you're leading by example. It's like you're not teaching people how to do things. I feel just by existing that you're showing people what is possible. With that Hermit energy, it's really about kind of shining your inner light. The Hermit, he normally has a star in his lantern. And it's kind of like about sharing your inner voice, sharing whatever you have to share. I don't know, like what have you learned over the past 20 years? What have you become? Have you become something more than you ever thought possible? Have you done something inspiring? And this is about like putting it out into the world. The Strength card is about showing off. I always say, the lady on the Strength card, she has her hands in a lion's mouth, and it's like, who in their right mind would stick their hands in a lion's mouth? The answer is nobody. So it's a card of like doing something crazy, doing something that most people don't see as possible, or doing something kind of like a little bit different. And I feel like that's what you need to do at this time with that Strength energy. With the with this Broom card and the Carrot, you have the Bat, which says take care, enemies are working against you, and you have the Flowers, which say happiness. Again, some of these cards are a little bit dramatic for me, so there are always people that are going to be talking behind your back and everything like that. We actually talked about this in your first reading with the Queen of Swords here. Queen of Swords says, guess what? There might be people that are gossiping about you. What do you have to do about it? Nothing. Just don't even pay attention to it. Plain and simple, right? Ignore it, and you will be fine. You have this Flowers card that says happiness, and so, just be happy, is what I feel like this is saying. Plain and simple. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the World. Definitely accomplishments at this time. The World is also a card of manifestation. Normally, there is a sorceress in the middle of the world, and she kind of represents a combination of all energies that exist. Some people read her as an intersex being because of that, because she represents every single energy that possibly exists. And she's able to manifest things not only with her words, like the Magician, but also with action. So, it's kind of like a card of integration, and I feel like that's part of the reward that you're receiving this month, is that you are integrating like all the energies that you've learned from for a very long period of time, and you're putting everything together. It's almost like the puzzle pieces are coming together here. Now let's see where this is going. Yep, definitely. Knight of Cups, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want in your life. Ten of Pentacles is like the tree of life. Normally the 10 Pentacles form the tree of life, and it kind of just represents everything you want and desire to have in your life. So I definitely feel that you're manifesting, basically everything you want and desire in your life at this time. And I feel like you need to use your powers of manifestation to get that. But you have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is you dreaming of this right here. Again, like I always say, the Knight of Cups, he's normally dreaming. The Knight of Cups, he normally has a river in front of him, and he's standing in the desert. It kind of says you have to start planting seeds right here. Knight of Cups, Six of Pentacles right here. It's like you have all the ideas, you have all the knowledge, you have everything you need to get started on something or to start growing some new seeds, but you have to plant the seeds. Also, amazing for love, by the way. If you want love, this is an amazing love reading. I feel like for some of you, could be an earth sign. Could be a water sign as well. Could be any sign, general reading. Air also stands out to me here. I feel like it could be someone from a distance, but part of me feels like you're moving. So if you're moving, I feel like you could be meeting, like I've said in past readings, it seems to me like there are additional benefits for you in particular, Leo, in moving. Could be love, could be one of those benefits. Take it how it resonates. Someone could be moving towards you. Someone could be making a move, meaning that they're transferring to your job where you work. And so, I feel there's like really solid love opportunities for those of you that want it. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Six of Swords. Improvements. You have the Six of Swords twice here, so definitely moving on to calmer shores. I feel like you've been through a lot, and you're moving towards bigger and better things, so I like to see that for you, Leo. With this Privileged Lady card, this is messages from your guides. You have this Imprisonment card. I feel like this is saying this is the only thing that can keep you stuck, is only seeing one way of doing things. You always get the Eight of Swords with me. You don't have it in this reading, which is great, but I kind of get Eight of Swords vibes here. I don't really feel it's saying that you are going to be stuck or that you are imprisoned. I feel it's more saying if you only see one way of doing things, you're going to be stuck, which is pretty much true for everyone right now, but I would just open up to other ways of doing things. I feel like you'll be fine. You you cannot make this stuff up. Here you go. Knight of Swords, Eight of Swords. Exactly what I was talking about, Leo. If you try to force something to happen with the Knight of Swords, you are going to be stuck. What is the solution? Quiz time here, Leo. What is the solution to the Eight of Swords? The solution to the to the Knight of Swords. The solution to the Knight of Swords is getting a second opinion. No joke. So I feel like if you're feeling stuck, Eight of Swords is being too close to a problem, only seeing one way of doing things. Very simple solution. Ask someone else who knows what they're doing. If you're like working on a project and you don't know what you're doing, don't be afraid to ask someone else for help. Again, it doesn't say there's anything wrong with what you're doing. It just says, hey, there might be a person who has a better idea. Sometimes I also look at the Knight of Swords and Eight of Swords as, again, a person who just knows a better way of doing things. You might be doing fine. Things might be going very well for you, but if you're continuing your education, which you should be, Ten of Pentacles, right here, you always get the Ten of Pentacles and the Hermit in your readings, and I'm always encouraging you to continue to learn about the things that you want to see grow in your life. Love, business, health, money, doesn't matter. I would just keep learning about those things. Podcasts, books, YouTube videos, whatever. Again, I know I get a little bit preachy about this, but again, you are one of the signs. I'm telling you right now, if you do this, you are going to be thanking me at the end of like 2025 when you're like rich or something like that, or you find the love of your life who's also rich, right? Because again, I'm telling you right now, additional benefits through learning on top of everything else here, Leo. And the Knight of Swords just says you might discover someone who just knows better ways of doing things than you do. And again, it's not saying you're dumb or anything like that. Just saying you're discovering better ways of doing things in all areas of your life. Very, very good energy. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Page of Pentacles. Definitely could be new love. Someone who wants to invest with you. Six of Pentacles, pretty good card for love as far as I'm concerned. It's like you give a little, they give a little. It's like equal give and take. So definitely could be an earth sign. With the High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, you are like the third sign that's had the Wheel of Fortune in that last position, which is blowing my mind right now. But there is definitely a change in your fortunes. I kind of feel this for everyone because, again, a lot of signs have had the Wheel of Fortune, and more importantly, like 3 or 4 signs have had it in that exact position, which is nuts. So there's clearly some sort of change in the energy, I feel, that's going to lead to a change in fortunes for a lot of people. So I love this reading. Definitely a lot of luck coming in for you as well. I think the most important thing is to look for other ways of doing things here. But all in all, really good reading. So thank you for being here, Leo. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.